contest chair training. To empower the contest chairs, we have yet another stalwart, distinguished Toastmaster. Professionally, he is managing Orbit Event Management. He's been a Toastmaster since 2002, 21 years. He served in several capacities at South Bhavan Club and Orbit Toastmasters. He has represented Division D at DTAC a few times. He's a passionate about public speaking, mentoring, and says, I'm still a student of leadership. Dear Toastmasters, with a huge round of applause, let's welcome DTM Ramesh Gopalan. Over to you.
Thank you, Shruti. It is immensely kind of you to have used those words for me, but yeah, I hope I have done justice to whichever role that I was ever given. And I hope whatever roles I have done have added value to my club and to the Toastmasters fraternity at large. Friends, happy Diwali to one and all. Contest season is around, and we are keen in ensuring that our contest happens to be one of the most sought after contests that has been held till date. Larger challenge that we all are facing is that after 3 years of doing these contests online, this is the first ever time that we are having to have an offline physical contest. There are several amongst us who have joined the Toastmasters during the Corona period, during the COVID pandemic. They have not known, experienced, or seen how or what are the nitty-gritties behind holding a physical contest. For example, for a table topic contest or an evaluation contest, in an online contest, you will very easily send the contestants to a breakout room. How do you manage that in a physical contest? What are the challenges that the contest chair has when he has to stage and manage the stage for himself? I hope I have a few answers for you today. And if not, you're very welcome to ask me questions, and I will try my best to share those answers with you. So friends, the contest chair. I have tried to look at the contest chair's role. Before I go into the role, let me help continue from where my colleague DTM Sriraman Vadiyar left it. In a club, you have somebody called a VP Education who puts together the weekly sessions. And then you have somebody called the Toastmaster of the day who manages the show for that day. For your ease of understanding, a contest manager would probably be the VP Education of the club or of the contest, who will manage everything that is needed for the contest to happen smoothly. And contest chair, the Toastmaster of the day, will make sure that the show is on and it's delivered in its beauty. So that is how a contest manager's role and a contest chair's role gets better defined. I hope this is clearer to you. To help you better understand the role and the responsibilities towards being a contest chair, I have broken my presentation in 4 parts. The power of a contest chair, the purpose of a contest chair, the protocols that he has to follow, and the presentation that he will have to conclude with. So friends, when we say power, what are we talking of over here? It's the seat of power that you have. Nobody can take this seat away from you. But when you have the power seat with you, it's an authority. And with that authority, you have responsibility. The entire set of Toastmasters who have so passionately throughout the year prepared for the contest and want to see themselves perform well are all at your beck and call when it comes to the contest. So it is a huge responsibility, which I'm sure every member of our Toastmasters fraternity would assume very happily. If it is the power that you are talking about, why am I not clicking further? Okay. I think something similar happened to Sriram Vadya when his presentation kind of got stuck in between. Okay, let me see if this moves it. Yes, all right. So let's go with this. Friends, the power that you have with you requires you to commence and conclude the contest. Can anyone else do this in a contest? Who else has this power? Only the contest chair, isn't it? Do you realize the contest chair has the power to even disqualify a contestant? Can the power get any stronger than that? Last but definitely not the least, you as a contest chair hold all the cards and call all the shots. So friends, if you are a contest chair, just remember the power of the seat that you are holding with you. Having understood the power that you are vested with, let's try and little better understand the purpose. I read this anonymous quote, which I thought made a lot of sense, and I wanted to share it with you. When every action has a purpose, every action has a result. So when you act, if you act with purpose, you will have delivered brilliant results. What kind of purposes do you think a contest chair would probably be having? What does he bring to the table as a value proposition for the contest? Here is what I have thought of 3 parts of the purpose that you, who is holding the string, the beautiful necklace called the contest, together. You are that string which is providing the strength to the contest. You are that one sole individual who is bringing cohesiveness to the contest. There might be 8 different contestants, 6 different contestants, bringing 6 or 8 different flavors of their speaking abilities to the stage. You are the common string who is enabling the contest the cohesiveness it needs. At the end of it all, a contest chair doesn't get to play favorites. You've got to demonstrate camaraderie for everyone and anyone who is there in the team provided to you by your beloved contest manager, by the chief judge. You have to demonstrate camaraderie. And this, friends, are the purposes of you being a contest chair. Okay, there is power, there is purpose, all very beautiful, nice, colorful elements. Now comes the time to grind the stone. Protocols. Goni Cash says, protocol is that strategic ingredient that earns you respect and honor even from your enemies. Friends, for anything and everything to happen the way it must happen, protocols are in place. If we respect the protocols, believe in the protocols, and deliver them as advised, nothing in your delivery can ever go wrong. Let me take you through some of the protocols which I thought were relevant to you. General, which is relevant to all contest chairs, no matter which contest are you being the chair for. Of the 4 or 5 contests that you might have, including the tall tale, whichever be the contest that you are a chair for, this applies to every contest chair. First and foremost, like how Sriram Vadya told you about the contest manager checklist, there is a contest chair checklist which has already been shared with everyone or will be shared with you. I will also be showing that over here to you. Make sure that all the ticks, once you have assumed the role of a contest chair, all the ticks which need to go on a checklist are complete before you are on the stage for the contest, and that would ensure that you would be one of the sparkling contest chairs that we have ever seen. Contest briefing is an interesting part. I have been a contestant for a good number of years. I have been a part of contest briefing for several occasions, and I have had some very good friends who were the contest chairs for my contest. Knowing that Ramesh has participated in the contest several times before, and others who are contesting alongside him are also people who know about contest, and it's not new thing for them. So the contest briefing, contest chair says, hey guys, what am I to tell you, man? Come on. All I can say is, wish you good luck. You know all the rules. I don't have to waste your time. Let's have a cup of chai and be happy about it. Enjoy the time as a contestant. I would like to wish you all the very best. And with that, the contest briefing ended. Now is the time when several of our COVID babies, Corona Toastmasters, are going to witness a physical contest for the first time. Even if not that, even if all the contestants, let's say you are a contest chair for a district level contest where the veterans of the game have reached up to the top and everybody knows what a contest is and what is to be expected of it. Would you just say all the best and leave it at that? The answer, my friends, is a big no. We do not want ever a situation where any single contestant says, nobody told me. So friends, let's just tell them. Ensure that contest briefing is held as per the protocols of a contest briefing and not hoodwinked because everybody knows everything. Once again, something going. You need to have a contest chair script written down to the T, no matter how good you are in table topics. No matter how well you think you can do it. May I request Mr. Far, Toastmaster Far SM, not to use the pen on my presentation? Thank you. Unless you disagree with all of these points that I mentioned over here. If that is the case, please wait for the question answer series to happen and you may please vent it out at that time. Yet another important document which every contest chair should remember to collect from every single contestant is the video release form. Friends, this has been put in place for a very good reason and let's not take it. You do not want to be on the other side of the situation where somebody takes an offense to his video being released. Some other general points. How do you draw lots for speaking order? This is totally up to a contest chair to decide how he wants to do. During the online contest, we used to have that wheel spinning and the numbers coming out of a automatic generator of the names, and that would happen. But in a physical contest, you make slips, you put them in a box, and people pick it up. You decide the order, but it needs to be done. Be sure on how you are going to have the speaking order done. This is an important part and generally an overlooked part. Speaker's prop setup plan. We know that in a contest, there's a 1 minute break or a silence between two contestants. Assume speaker number one, contestant number one, has set up the stage with a lot of props. When that 1 minute gap is in between the second contestant and him, it is just enough time for the props to be removed from the stage. Now, where is the time for the next contestant to put up his props? Don't be taken by a surprise. If there are lots of props being used by two consecutive contestants, make sure that you are making time for them. None of the officials pick up their props and put it on the stage. The contestant gets his own people to help him with it if it is more. But provide them with the time which is needed. Let it not be a shock and surprise to you. Winners announcement. Guys, we have had an amazing contest. Every single contestant has overdone the other. We are now going to announce the results. Any guesses? Do you know who must have got the first place? Let's not do this. Let's not embarrass a contestant. It has happened with me. I'm sure that PQD shared it with me, DTM Saiju. It has happened with him as well. For one of the contests, when he was a part, an over-enthusiastic contest chair ended up asking the audience, maybe may I request our Zoom master to please enable the mute of the mic. Inadvertently, our members are speaking up a little bit. Thank you. So what happens is this. DTM Saiju is one of the contestants and the contest chair, a very enthusiastic person. Any idea who the winner is? And the entire crowd goes quack, which was a very specific part of DTM Saiju's speech. I do not know how many of you remember the speech, quack. Quack, quack, quack. The entire hall is with quack. And you know the tragedy? On that particular contest, DTM Saiju did not make it to the podium at all. Imagine the state of that contestant, what would be going through his mind at that point in time. So contest chairs, let's not do this to our contestants. Let's not ask the opinion. The winning of the contest has been very well done by very systematically judging process. Let that speak for itself. Sriraman Vadyar wanted to make sure that the contest managers get the script from the contest chairs. When you have prepared a script and you have handed it over, which has been vetted by the contest manager and approved that this is a good place to go, no matter what, do not deviate from the script. I will go further to say why it is important and how it is important. Let me now get into a specific contests for you to help you understand what goes into these components. Let's start with the international and humorous contests. The protocols around it for the contest chair are the starting with eligibility and originality form. Are you aware that if a contestant has taken part in a club contest, then goes to the area contest, and then appears in the division contest, and he renews his dues and becomes a member in good standing only in the division contest, which means he was not a member in good standing when the club contest took place, the contest chair can disqualify such a contestant. The contestant needs to be in good standing during the club contest, during the area contest, and during the division contest, and obviously further on. If the membership has come to an end at a very critical date around area contest, around division contest, he would still have to renew it, and the world headquarters members list should figure the name of the contestant as available. He says he has made the payment, he has not got the confirmation. Now, those are all the situations which are likely to get him disqualified. So the eligibility and the originality form are a critical document, especially for the international, obviously for every, but for the international and humorous contest, make sure it is in place. Accepting protests. These are the two contests where likelihood of a protest being there are higher. Accepting the protest, make sure that judges, other than judges and the contestants, no one else brings a protest to you, because you should not be accepting anything other than the contestants and from the judges as a protest. And while making the announcement of the winners, this is one another thing which I would have liked to speak to you about. Ensure that if there are any time-based disqualifications, they are mentioned. And if there are none, even that is mentioned. However, originality-based protests and disqualification resulting from that are not mentioned. I hope this part is clear. Speaker introductions. There is a guideline around it, a protocol around it. Generally, the name and the title are repeated twice. So you say, contestant number 1, Toastmaster Sriraman Vadyar, speech title, is Ramesh making any sense? Speech title, is Ramesh making any sense? Toastmaster Sriraman Vadyar, contestant number 1. This happens to be the way a speaker introduction has to be done, and let's not reinvent the wheel and do something else of our own. This I have already covered on who can protest, so we move forward from here. Do you know the prop setup plan? That's also been covered in the general area. Okay, something funny with my presentation. Okay. Table topic contest. The topics procedure. How are the topics taken for a table topics contest? Do you know? that the responsibility of identifying the contest for a table topics is only with the contest chair. So what you would do is bring 5 different contest topics with a numbered envelope 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Present it to the chief judge, who picks up maybe 2, 3, and 4 out of the lot and lets go of 1 and 5. So these 2, 3, and 4 are now the final 3 topics that you are having with you. One of them is selected by the first contestant when you call out the numbers as 2, 3, and 4 and ask him for a number. And that is how a topic for the table topics gets picked up. The responsibility of making all the 5 are with you, and then getting it picked up with the chief judge and then asking the contestant to pick one out of them. I hope this is clear. More information is there on this in our rule book. Speaker introduction. Although the general rule book says that the table topics needs to be read out only once, we have had this practice for a very long time that the table topics contest, table topic title is read out twice. So we have decided, the district has decided to continue with the similar practice. It would again be contestant number 1, Toastmaster Sri Raman Vadya. Your brightest day in life, Sri Raman Vadya, contestant number 1. Sergeant Arm team and judges readiness. Please remember, this year you are facing a physical contest. It is not an online contest. People can't just be removed from the main hall and put into a breakout room without disturbing anything else. You have to physically check if the members have moved out, and for this, you've got to coordinate and talk to your chief judge and the sergeant arm teams to ensure that other than the first contestant, the rest of them are moved out of the room. So this is an important part that you must remember to deliver. Evaluation contest, similar thing happens now. Test speaker introduction. Friends, we know that getting someone to be the test speaker for an evaluation contest is quite a challenge. You have to find somebody who can really do well and who would be willing to come there as your mystery speaker or a test speaker, however you call him or call her. But contest is not a time when you would be giving an elaborate introduction as a Toastmaster would do in a session. You will have to limit yourselves to removing all the positions that the speaker might hold. Call him only her or him, just the Toastmaster, and the name, followed with the speech title, and the name. That's it. Nothing further gets spoken about the test speaker. If it is a level 2 project from strategic relationship and project 2 that he's delivering or something like that, you don't have to be saying those things. Those are not to be spoken and given to our contestants. The pregnant pause. When we were having online contests, it was very funny. We would have trivia, we would have games, we would have stuff when the contestants are in the breakout room preparing for those 5 minutes in an evaluation contest. And contestant would have a fun of time. How are you going to manage that time in a physical contest? How are you going to engage and keep your audience happy, busy, entertained during those 5 minutes period when the contestants are preparing? There are 200 different ideas that can be done, and you are the contest chair, you will think of an idea, but whatever be the idea, make sure that you have shared it with the contest manager, and there are no 11th hour surprises to what would be happening on the day of the contest with you being the contest chair for an evaluation contest. What is your plan for the 5 minutes? You may require support, you may require help, you may require some assistance from the contest manager as well. So make sure that this is truly shared with your contest manager. Equal time to all contestants. What do I mean by this? When the 5 minutes time is over, contestants are called back one by one to deliver their evaluation speech. When the contestant appears in the hall, the Sergeant-at-Arms team hands over the note which he has prepared for those 5 minutes and that was taken away from him after the 5 minutes, is handed over to the contestant before his name is called or after his name is called once and is called on the stage. Make sure that you don't delay in calling out the name for the second time, thereby giving any inappropriate additional time to the contestant to refer the notes when he's standing there waiting for him to be called. Make sure equal time is given to all contestants. Speaker introduction. Evaluation contest, you don't read out the title. So what do? You just read out the name twice. Of course, the contest's speaking order is part of the name. Contestant number 1, Sriraman Vadyar. Contestant number 1, Sriraman Vadyar. That's it. That happens for an evaluation contestant's introduction. Make sure the Sergeant-at-Arms teams and the judges are ready when they are being pulled out and they are coming back one after the other. Friends, we have spoken about the power which a contest chair has, the purpose for which he is there, and also I have given you a gist of protocols that he's supposed to follow. I have not gone into the entire rigmarole of all the protocols that need to be followed. Otherwise, I would have needed much longer time than what PQD and the team would like to give me. So I'm sure you would be referring. I must leave something for you to go back to the contest rule book and to read for yourselves and know it for yourselves. However, presentation is what is going to make all the difference and deliver you with joy of the job that is in your hand. And here is where I would like to tell you, to my mind, what is StageCraft. This is not my definition. This is a definition given in Merriam-Webster dictionary. The effective management of theatrical devices or theatrical techniques. What kind of techniques can you use to enhance the experience of your contestants, of your audience, and of all those who are looking at a contest from one space or the other, from one lens or the other? How are you making it a wow time for them? That is where you enhance the StageCraft, given all the support that the contest manager has provided you till that particular moment when you're on the stage. How do you make the final element become absolutely mind-blowing? That is where the presentation skill comes in. And here is what I would like to suggest for you. Simple things. How do you present yourselves on the stage? You would be hugely nervous. You would be quite tensed. There are very senior people sitting in the audience in front of you, and you are holding the mic. You are in the power seat. How do you present yourselves on the stage? Think about it. Compose yourselves. Practice. And you will perfect this part of what I'm suggesting. I am not giving answers to this. If you need answers to this, you can ask me this again, and I'll give you the answers to this in the Q&A session. But these are the things what you, every contest chair, very uniquely would want to do, and do it the way you want to do it. Have you ever thought about this? Sometimes it becomes so embarrassing. Sometimes it becomes a little bit, delicate. How and when do you shake hands with the contestants? Due to certain cultural backgrounds, certain contestants may not want to shake hands. You extend your hand in front of everyone and your hand does not get shaken. How do you deal with such situations? What do you do in such a situation? Friends, know who would like the hands to be shaken with and who will not. Would you walk up from your podium to the middle of the stage, meet the contestant at the middle of the stage, shake hands with him or her, and then move away? Or would you stand by the podium, expect the contestant to walk to you all the way, and then you shake hands? What do you do? An important part, which is a part of a presentation, and it needs to be addressed that very well. How often are you having to refer notes? Well, Nobody said I can't refer notes. So I didn't want to make any mistake. I kept the entire set of document in front of me and I kept reading it. We have all, as Toastmasters, been practicing eye contact. We have all been practicing body language in every speech that we deliver. Today, we are managing a contest. Today, we are managing contestants who have prepared day and night for them to present themselves on the stage. The minimum we can do is keep the notes. I'm not saying don't have the notes. Nothing against you having the notes. But try not to read. You may refer the notes on and off, but try and keep your eye contact with either the contestant, if it is the case, or with your audience, bringing them the joy and connecting them to the contest which is happening on the stage. Have you practiced your topic title? This is the question for a table topic contest chess. We have our own vernacular limitations. And I'm not going to say anything further from there. But you have chosen those 5 topics. Have you practiced the pronunciation of the entire topic of each one of those 5? Would you be able to repeat the topic absolutely similarly to all the contestants when they come on the stage? Do you know where to give a pause? Similarly, when every time you read out your contest table topic, the title, speech title. What would you do if you win a lottery? This is the topic. The contest chair says to the first contestant, what would you do if you win the lottery? To the next contestant, he says, what would you do if you win lottery? The third contestant gets the title as, what would you do when you win a lottery? And then he thinks, oh my God, I'm not bringing voice modulation in my topic. I have to present it in a very impressive way. I'm being very monotonous. So the fourth contestant comes and he says, what would you do if you win a lottery? This is okay. Let me try something else for the next contestant. What would you do if you win a lottery? And then here is the ultimate. What would you do if you win a lottery? Are these 6 similar contest speech titles or are they different? I leave it for you to ponder and understand what can go wrong if you have not practiced your speech title and the space between the titles appropriately. Okay, getting the speech title is one thing. More important, do you know how to pronounce your contestants' names? Have you spoken to them? Have you asked them to say it out? Have you said this to them and then asked them to repeat it? Is our first contest trainer today Sriram Warrior or Sriraman Vadyar? Friends, getting the name right of your contestants is important. And it's very respectful of the contestants when you get it right. So let's not miss on that. Contest Smart Guide, which has been painstakingly put together by the PQD team, by everyone who has been in this role, is available to every single contestant, every single person who wishes to go through it. Make sure that you are making good use of this specifically written down contest guide. And here is your contest checklist, contest chairs checklist. If you wish, not if you wish, you must, which you must tick on every single item if you are assuming the role of a contest chair. In as much as it is a huge role, there can't be a better role in a contest than being a contest chair or a contest manager. Bring your leadership to fore. All you have to do is ask yourself the very same question which our facilitator Shruti asked you just now when you are posing for the photograph. But before I do that, I would like to leave you with what Arthur Ashe a tennis player from US who has won 3 Grand Slams, has always been talking about. One important key to success is self-confidence. An important key to self-confidence is preparation. Friends, let's be better prepared and ask ourselves, are you ready? Thank you very much. And back to the contest chair, to the facilitator, Shruti.
Thank you, DTM Ramesh Gopalan, for sharing and lighting us on the powerful and important role of contest chair. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, may I now request Zoom Master to open the feedback poll for the members? So the feedback form is here.
Toastmaster Shruti, you can continue with the Q&A.
Yes. So now, are we all ready and set for the contest challenge? Or still, do we have some more questions? If so, we encourage the audience to ask questions either by raise of emoji hands or type the question in the chat box. So let's start the question and answer session.
Whoever is raising the hand, please switch on the camera also so that you are visible. Yes.
Yes, we have DTM Rizvi Rashid.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much, sir, for your wonderful, insightful presentation. Just only one query regarding the table topic. Can you hear me, Toastmaster Shruti?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, okay. You said regarding table topic, you asked you to bring the 5 topics for the contest. Is it written in the rule book? Is it 5 or 3, or otherwise one is fine?
No, it is mentioned in the rule book. You got to bring 5 topics with you. The responsibility of bringing the topics remains with the contest chair. You bring 5. Originally, there were times when the chief judge was given with the responsibility of bringing the topics and not the contest chair. The question then was, why would a chief judge, his integrity be more importantly seen than that of a contest chair? Both are well-standing Toastmasters and everybody is equally responsible. So it can be the contest chair who is managing the entire contest to bring the topics of his choice for his contest. 5 topics they bring. 3 are chosen out of the 5 by the chief judge. And from those 3, 1 would be picked out by the first contestant. It is a part of the contest rule book. You may refer to the district contest guide, which is in circulation, and you would see it there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. But just
very welcome.
last week with some contest, yeah. But
can I give a clarification for this one, please?
Thank you. Yeah.
DTM Rizvi, the thing is that in the international Toastmasters International Rule Book, it doesn't say that you have to bring 5 topics. However, why we are doing this is with a specific purpose. It's all about integrity and it's all about being very, very, transparent. A Toastmaster who is a contest chair brings 5 topics which are sealed. And he comes and gives it to the chief judge. He takes out 2 out of it randomly. And he has got 3 more topics. So out of those topics, the first contestant is picking up one topic. So the chances of having any kind of prior knowledge, or what do you say, that there were only 1 topic or 2 topics were there, it was repeated, all those things are ruled out because 2 covers are with the chief judge. If he is so suspicious about it, he can even open it and check it. So we are trying to keep it as transparent as possible, as simple as possible, so that everybody follow the same format, and it's easy, it's practical, and it will be hassle-free. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your clarification. Appreciate it.
Thank you, DTM Resby. So now we have question from Toastmaster Jamna Das. Toastmaster Jamna Das.
Yeah, I have a question. DTM Ramesh said, the contestant test speaker, how will ensure that test speaker is not known to the contestants?
The contest manager has the responsibility of identifying and providing the test speaker to the contest chair. Till the last minute, I would not be very surprised even if the contest chair does not know who the test speaker is, leave alone the contestants. So the contest manager would manage that part and ensure that the test speaker is known only to him and to the contest chair. If at the end of it all, Toastmasters fraternity is not very large, if you still do know that speaker, how does it matter? It is his performance on that particular day which you have to evaluate. So therefore, it really doesn't matter whether a contestant knows a test speaker from before or no, but all efforts would be made to ensure that the contestant, the test speaker, remains anonymous till the time of the contest.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Our next question is by Toastmaster Shabnam Said.
Good evening, everyone. My question is to DTM Ramesh, that when you said that when the topic is given for table topics, at that time, if the speaker is, saying the topics in different forms, like the way that you expressed it, right? In that case, the contestants who have already spoken on that topic, do they have a right to protest? Because it sounds completely different. So do they have the right to protest, or they just have to sit through it?
What do you think? What should happen? What is your opinion?
They should protest. I would.
Should protest. So which means as a contest chair, you have kind of failed in the duty of giving a equal and a similar table topic to your members, isn't it? Yes. You're absolutely right. If there is even a letter difference. Now, you can protest if the A or the D in the topic, or it is used additionally or removed, eliminated from the topic for the next contestant. It is possible for you to contest. But what would you contest on if the topic per se is the same, but the pauses where you have given in the topic are different? There you don't have any room for protest, isn't it? But you would have understood the topic differently.
Yeah.
So that is where I am drawing the attention of the table topic contest chairs and asking them to be extremely careful and mindful of your vernacular limitations. Likewise, the possible vernacular limitations of your contestants. So please ensure that the way you have given pauses, what PQD Seju suggested is you draw a small slash in the title line where you wish to make a pause, and ensure that you follow those pauses for every time that you repeat the speech title. That makes it simpler and easy. Thank you. I hope I've answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shabnam. Now may I request Toastmaster Samra?
Sure. Thank you. Thank you very much for the informative training program on StageCraft Mastery. My question goes to DTM Ramesh regarding table topic. Reading the topic, if I need some clarification, you mentioned you read it one time. I remember we read it twice. I just want to clarify to me to the topic to the content.
Twice. The rule book has indicated that the topic needs to be read out once. But once again, as has been a small change to make it simple for the contest chairs and contest managers, the District 105 team, as they have introduced 5 topics to be chosen by the table topics master, and then 3 from the chief judge to be taken out of it, etc. Similarly, we will continue with the practice as has been happening in District 105 of repeating the table topic twice.
Oh, thank you. So there's no different than how we used to announce
No, there'll be no difference. It will remain the same.
The same. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samra. Our next question is by Toastmaster Preeti Kapil.
Yes, good evening. What if there is no breakout room in the venue? So can the contestants be taken out of the venue?
Okay, the answer largely needs to be answered by Sriraman Vadyar, who would be telling what the contest manager, under whose purview this aspect falls, of the venue and facility related arrangements are made appropriate or no. If the venue or the facilities in the venue do not permit or allow you to have another room far away from the contest room, it would be appropriate only that the contestants are taken out with the escorted guidance of a member from the Sergeant de Arms team and ensure that they maintain the decorum of being a contestant while they are outside. If the space is a limitation, I can't think of another better suggestion, but contest manager must ensure that the venue which is selected for the contest to be held provides with the opportunity or an option for a breakout room kind of a facility to be available farther away where it is out of the earshots of the contestants. But taking them out, etc., it's just a practical requirement, and it must be done under the supervision of the Sergeant de Arms team.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Preeti. Our next question is by Toastmaster Kapil.
Thank you. My question is, the contest manager, if I'm doing it at the club level, does it need to be a member of the club, or it can be somebody from outside?
Thank God, one question coming towards Shriraman Vadyar. Vadyar, where are you?
I'm very much here. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're audible and you're visible.
Okay, somebody sent me a message saying that they couldn't hear me, so I had to pull the mics out. Okay, what would you want your? I talked about. This is an interesting question. I talked about creating more leaders. So, would you want to create more leaders from your club or from outside?
Ideally, my own club.
So, what prevents you from taking your club members as a contest managers? Now, one of the things that I probably missed out saying is that the contest manager could also be the vice president of education or the area director or the division director, as the case may be. But when I talked about separating strategy and planning, remember that vice president education, area director, division director, they are saddled with so many responsibilities. So the planning part, if it is left to someone whom we can call as consultant, I wanted to call him as consultant, but I didn't call him as consultant because then you will say a consultant is someone who charges more for something that you know. He tells you something that you already know. But in this case, we can call him a consultant because Toastmasters is a no-pay service, selfless service. So would you want to take out a leader progress, someone from your club taking up a leadership position, particularly with reference to the DTM project? Are you helping that person to achieve that project towards the DTM? So I would say, ideally, a club member taking up this position. Besides, you will have members like me who have spent 15 years who doesn't do anything in the club. So it's an opportunity for you to keep people like me engaged. And don't forget that I bring my own expertise because of my experience in Toastmasters. It might not be the best, but I have some expertise that I can offer to you.
So in addition to that, the member has to be in good standing also to be a contest manager.
For anything that we do in contest, for anything, even the test speaker has to be a member in good standing.
Thank you.
You don't pay for the service, but you definitely have to pay for the membership.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kapil. So do we have any more questions?
One more question to DTM Sriraman. Can contest manager and the contest chair be the same person?
You have a contest chair. Why would you want to have a contest manager position for that? remember what I said about being the orchestra director who manages all the role plays? So you have 4 contest chairs. Why don't we have someone who manages all these 4 contest chairs? Why would you want the contest chair to be saddled with additional responsibilities? In some places, you have the master of ceremonies. You can call that person as the contest manager. But like I said, the only problem with having an MC is that the MC gets carried away with the role, and it appears as if it's the MC show, whereas MC is supposed to be only a facilitator. Therefore, somebody away from the scene who can think for you, who can strategize for you, and step in if needed is ideal than the contest chair being saddled with this role. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Before that, one more thing, just one clarification I just wanted to give regarding the contest manager. It is not a role as rightly pointed out by both the trainers, because in a club, it can be the VP. In an area, it can be the area director or the area PQ in charge. In the division, it can be the division director or the division PQ, or any Toastmaster who wants to do a role which can be a DTM project. So he or she can take this up as a DTM project, coordinate for the entire contest, and complete this project as their DTM project. And before that, they have to take the permission from the Toastmaster Internationals. So that whoever, we have got a lot of people who are actually looking for the right DTM project to be done. So this is one role those leaders can take up. And being a contest master and contest chair dual role, it will in fact compromise a lot of things. So it is always better that you have a contest master, contest manager, which is only a term. VP education can be the contest manager, VP, what is that, club area director can be the contest manager. You don't need to even call it as a contest manager. It can be a title, it can be a position without titles. Okay, I hope that I have clarified, because if you go and see in the contest rule book of Toastmaster International, nowhere it will be mentioned a position called contest manager. So please don't get confused that how come it is there in District 105. It is not. If for the easiness to have a common name, a collective name for that one, we have given a name as contest manager. Thank you. I believe Toastmaster Sebastian had raised his hand. Toastmaster Sebastian, over to you.
You answered it, DTM Seju. Actually, I wanted to check whether, be it a club, area, or a division, whoever is the contest manager can qualify for the DTM this thing.
Provided you will have to write it to TMI before taking up this project and follow the protocols that is required for a DTM project.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have another question we received through chat. So by Toastmaster Fatma. So she asked how to select chief judge. What are the chief judge criteria?
Toastmaster, we are going to have a training session next week. That is on 20th, on which you will be clearly defined what are the roles, responsibilities, and how to select judges, not only chief judge, the other judges also. On 20th of November, 8 p.m., mark your calendars for yet another program quality show on judges training. Thank you.
So we have another question by Toastmaster Preeti.
My question is, during the online time, the judges were anonymous. Now in offline mode, is it okay that we, the team who is making all the arrangements, the judges' names can be known to the team, those who are conducting it?
Area Director Preeti, you may have to wait for 9 more days for 20th, wherein DTM Sujata Parsardi will explain these points in detail.
So we have Toastmaster Bindu.
Good evening, all. I have this question for DTM Sriraman, sir. I would like to ask if the VP or any other role player is managing the contest or is a contest chair for a particular segment, can that Toastmaster also be a contestant for any of the four segment, any of the four contests which we have?
Thank you, Bindu, for that question. This is a question that is asked very often. But because the presentation on contest chair and the contest was handled by DTM Ramesh, I would pass it on to DTM Ramesh.
Okay. The
eligibility part.
Ideally, not ideally, no, a contest manager may not be a contestant for the same contest, because he would be involved in the judges being identified and the chief judge being identified. He would be having a lot of responsibilities which are handled as the back office arrangement of the contest itself. Therefore, a contest manager can surely not be a contestant. I hope I've answered the question, Preeti.
It's yes, sir.
Sorry, Bindu.
I just wanted
sorry, Bindu. Sorry, Bindu. Yeah,
No
Bindu,
issues.
the person who is taking the role of contest manager cannot be a contestant.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the answer, sir. I would like to ask one more question, is that relating to the same thing. If the contest is managed by someone else, the part of the judging team, then can the member participate in the contest?
Under no circumstance can a contest manager or anyone doing the role of the contest manager in part or in full can be a contestant.
Fine. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
We have another question in chat box. Can a club president be a contest manager at club level contest?
By all means. By all means. Club president, one of the things that happens in clubs is that because the president gets to speak every week, he is one of the most neglected member. We need to remember that the president also is a paying member. He deserves as much leadership roles outside the club and speaking roles inside the club as anybody else is. So very much the president can also be doing this. But only thing is, like I said, will it overlap with his duties? When it is a club, he's got his responsibilities. Like DTM Ramesh said, the vice president education manages something, the president manages something, the Toastmaster of the day manages only club. But when it comes to the club contest, the responsibilities are more. As leader of the executive committee, he will have to sit with the executive committee members, take decisions, make arrangements. So with the current club level membership level, the demand on the president is very heavy. So you need to decide whether it is advisable to have that person doing that. But in terms of eligibility, he's very much eligible, and you can always count on him to take up the role and do it.
So there's a question by Toastmaster Samra. Same day I'm contest chair and judge. Can it be different contest?
Again with a question, Shruti.
So I think if she's a contest chair and a judge in a different contest.
Yeah, if it's a different contest, then you can be a judge in one, in a contest and another one. Doesn't matter.
Okay, we have another question by Toastmaster Shanima. Can we conduct 1 minute interview with contestant if time allows before adjourning the contest, so as to engage audience?
This practice was in motion, and it was done at the international speech contest, and I'm aware of that. But at a club level, area level, it looks like a little bit of an overkill in terms of the experience that you are giving to the members. But if the time permits, and if it is the general decision of that particular body, which is the area or the division, it isn't something which is wrong or it is out of place. It can be done if the division or the area or the club wants it, but it's a bit of an overkill. In the interest of the best experiences to the audiences which are given, it is okay if you don't do that.
So we'll take another last question by Toastmaster Jai Krishnan.
Good evening, one and all. My question is to DTM Ramesh ji. since we are going back to the physical contest, it is always said that the humorous and the international speech contest, normally for the originality, that 75% of the speech should be by your own. Normally, in such situation wherein a judge or a contestant himself protests for the originality, how we will actually meet together and resolve that issue mainly? How it is expected to be resolved and who will be involved?
Toastmaster Jay Krishnan, I believe this is another subject that has to be handled by the judges trainer, which is going to be held on 20th. We are going to have an exclusive session for judges training on 20th by DTM Sujata Parsaradi. We will be answering all these questions related to judgment and protest, all chief judge responsibilities and other judge responsibilities.
Because the protest is never raised by the contest chair. Protest is always raised only by a contestant or the judges. Therefore, but the protest can be raised to the contest chair, who in turn will just take it to the judges. He doesn't make a decision about it. The decision on the protest taken is made by the judges only. Therefore, the answer might get better answered when the judges training happens.
Thank you, DTM Ramesh.
We have Toastmaster Christian, the last question of the day.
Good evening. Yeah, I just want this question is for the new club. Is it mandatory for them to have the contest, or they can appoint their for area level, or they need to have the competition?
No matter whether the club is new or old, is it mandatory for the club to have the contest, Christian? Even if you are a 10-year-old club and you do not want to have a contest, you want to nominate a member of the area, you can do it. It is totally the decision of the club whether they would like to have the contest or not. If they are deciding to have the contest, once the contest is done, if the result or the outcome of the contest is not to the favor of the club, they can't then say that we will nominate somebody else for the area. Then only the winning members will go to the next level. If they don't want to hold a contest, it's totally up to them. At the club level, it is possible, and it did not be just that it's a new club. Therefore, they are nominating. No, even an older club can. In new club, the advantage is that level 2 completion is not mandatory if your club is registered for less than 1 year. Then
that's the second question actually. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
May I just add to that? While you may nominate contestants, if you hold a contest, the contest has to be according to the rules in the rule.
Yeah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Christian, and thank you so much, everyone, for the active participation. So we hope this educational session was resourceful, and if you have any question, please reach out to the contest coordinator, to DTM Ramaswamy, and myself, whose contact number will be shared in the Smart Contest Guide. So with this, here we come to the end on my concluding note as a facilitator. So dear Toastmasters, every day holds the possibility of a miracle. So keep hoping for the best. This contest season, let's all shine. With this, I would like to welcome once again our Program Quality Director, DTM Saiju, to do the vote of thanks.
Thank you. Thank you all for the wonderful session and helping us complete the 7th training session of the Program Quality team for this year with flying colors. Thank you, our outstanding trainers of the day. Our first trainer of the day, DTM Sriraman Vadyar, thank you for taking us through the roles and responsibilities of a contest manager. And kindly accept this certificate as a token of our appreciation from the Program Quality team on behalf of District 105.
Thank you very much.
Our second trainer for the day, DTM G Ramesh. Thank you, DTM G Ramesh, for making us understand the power and responsibilities of a contest chair. Kindly accept this certificate as a token of appreciation from the Program Quality team on behalf of District 105. Thank you. The person who made sure that the entire program is beautifully woven like a stunning pearl necklace was a technically sound software engineer. Toastmaster Shruti Shetty, the facilitator of the day, please accept this certificate as a token of appreciation from District 105. Dear Toastmasters and friends, let me take this opportunity to thank our main Zoom master and the coordinator of the evening, DTM Ramaswamy. Thank you. We had a very meticulous timer, Toastmaster Shabnam, who made sure that cards were shown at every moment, everywhere. We were thinking that we were overshooting the time, and she made sure that the session ended well within the time. Thank you and congratulations, Shabnam, for taking this challenge and doing it beautifully. We had a backup Zoom master, Toastmaster Christian. Toastmaster Christian, thank you for being there as a backup for us. And I take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you and the program quality team, the education wing of it, which was in fact doing a lot of brainstorms on how to come out with this kind of a program. Thank you all, and please mark your calendar for 20th of November to get trained on how to select your chief judge and other judges and how you have to be judging the contests for the year 2023-24. And in order to help you regarding the contest, which we have all worked together and brought out a smart contest guide of District 105 that is shared to all the division directors, area directors, and it is also shared in the club presidents group and club VPEs group. And if any one of you is not able to get access to that document, you may go to the District 105 website in the program quality resources section. You can download it, the smart guide for annual contest 2023-24 from District 105. Wish you all a very great festive season and Diwali, happy Diwali to all those who are celebrating Diwali. Good night, take care, and those of you who want to have further clarification may remain and raise your questions. The session is officially adjourned. Thank you.